Hello again, everyone. Edwin Learnard back once again. In this YouTube astrological segment, I'm going to be dissertating and talking about having a Capricorn Sun and a Pisces Ascendant in a natal chart. Now, these signs are compatible by sign. They are both feminine. They are introverted, both of them. Capricorn can be somewhat skeptical and cynical, I believe. And then you look at Pisces. Pisces can be somewhat apprehensive. They're both somewhat pessimistic. And the thing about it is Capricorn is about business attainments, often in career aspirations. And you look at Pisces is about reaching their ideals and their dreams. So they are similar, except that with Pisces is not always as realistic as a Capricorn Sun. Capricorn Sun, however, I think would give structure and discipline to the Pisces rising dreams, and the person may pursue their some business like attainments or aspirations with the Pisces idealism. Now, because Pisces rises, though, this person will often come across more as a Pisces as opposed to the Capricorn. And this person will be undoubtedly more sensitive, a little bit more compassionate, more emotional than the typical Capricorn Sun. Capricorn Sun can at times, or at least appear to be undemonstrative. They're not always the most emotional sign, but Pisces rising can modify this greatly. Now, when I look at as far as the sun sign goes in our natal charts, the sun sign represents our basic wants, while the rising sign or ascendant can represent the manner or method in which one attains those basic wants. So Capricorn Sun, the basic wants can be connected, things that are career-oriented, business-related matters, authority, responsibility. Also, Capricorn Sun, I could say the basic wants are really about things that are, I guess, often things that are pragmatic. Those are some things to look at as far as the Capricorn Sun basic wants, and also attaining ambitions, being successful, and being productive. So with Pisces Ascendant, these things may be attained, perhaps not always with the most persistence, because Pisces rising could be somewhat wavering. However, it can be attained through idealism, for perhaps willing to overlook the transgressions of others, being self-sacrificing, and really doing it perhaps through a service-like manner. I had a friend that was a Capricorn Sun and a Pisces Ascendant, and when he was head of a crew in some kind of, I guess you could say, like roofing or siding type thing, and he was very pliable with them. And Pisces made him, as I think, as a supervisor, more adaptable and easygoing, as opposed to perhaps the average Sun and Capricorn person. So, and he would often just kind of go like blend in right with the employees. I mean, Pisces can be somewhat malleable and they're pliable, and they just can kind of adapt very easily. So I think that's where I saw this come out in him. Now, the Capricorn, as far as the career ones, they may come out maybe perhaps through maybe a Pisces-like profession, maybe something connected with illusions such as magician, special effects, doing something perhaps with the metaphysical such as astrology, maybe a spiritual outlet, maybe something related to water such as oceanography, fishermen. Maybe the person is able to put that Capricorn responsibility into something like chemistry or something with pharmaceutical type work. So this is something where I think what you have with this combination, the Capricorn Sun, as I stated before, adds the structure and discipline perhaps to the Pisces rising ideals and their dreams. But however, this person having the Pisces Ascendant can be more flexible and mutable, so to speak, and more pliable and adaptable to things, and listen more to the, I guess, to the others' viewpoint, be a little bit less single-minded in their focus as opposed to the typical Sun in Capricorn. Now, it's important to look at the aspect, if any, that is made between the Sun in Capricorn and the Pisces Ascendant, as this could indicate if these energies are how they're integrating well or not as well. And anyway, let's say, for example, you have a sextile aspect. Well, they're sextile by sign anyway. They're compatible by sign. But if you have a sextile aspect between these two, it could make it even more auspicious and better integration and blending. Let's say you have a Capricorn Sun at 18 degrees and a Pisces Ascendant at 16 degrees. Excuse me, that would form a sextile aspect, and it would make the blending even better than otherwise indicated, being a positive major aspect. Now, however, you can have an out of sign square aspect take place as well. Let's say the Capricorn Sun is 1 degree and the Pisces Ascendant is 28 degrees. That would form an out of sign square aspect, which could be adverse or adversarial. Now, you'll still have the compatibility by sign, but you still have a little bit of that friction and tension. And even if the person is not cognizant of their astrological placements, they may feel like maybe they feel somewhat misconstrued or misunderstood by others due to the fact that what they feel they're projecting outwardly may be strongly different than what is going on inside, and could lead to some feelings of tension and exasperation because of that. Now, you can have a semi-square aspect, which is like a modified version of the square aspect, and let's say, for example, the Capricorn Sun is at 17 degrees and Pisces Ascendant is at 2 degrees. That would be a semi-square aspect, which I call slightly adverse, and it's like the square, but not quite as intense because it is modified. It is a minor aspect. Now, you could also have a semi-sextile aspect take place between these energies. Let's say that the Capricorn Sun is at 29 degrees and the Pisces Ascendant is at 0 degrees. Sorry, I jumped. Some generator went off. No problem. I'm not going to stop this video and start it all over again. Oh well, sorry about that. Anyway, Capricorn Sun 29 degrees, Pisces Ascendant 0 degrees. That would be a semi-sextile aspect, which is slightly positive because it's a minor aspect, and it's similar to what I described with the sextile before, but modified and not as intense or as strong. Well, anyway, hopefully nothing will make me jump for the final 2.5 minutes, however long I do this video for. I think the generator just went off, thank goodness. Anyway, it's also important to look at the house that the Sun in Capricorn is posited in, because even though the Pisces Ascendant may camouflage and suppress this Capricorn Sun energy to some degree, the Capricorn Sun energy can still come out at least somewhat prominently in that particular house that it is posited in. Let's say the Capricorn Sun is posited in the 10th house. This could indicate somebody that shows that Capricorn Sun responsibility, that ambition, and matters connected with their career, their livelihood, and their reputation, their public image, and trying to attain perhaps notoriety even, and be in success in their image in that, and their standing in that community. And also, it would come out, the Capricorn Sun energy would come out stronger as opposed to being the 11th or 12th house, because the 10th house is an angular house, and the energy is generally going to be stronger in the angular houses as opposed to the other ones. Now, let's say the Sun in Capricorn is posited in the 11th house. Well, this could indicate that serious Capricorn Sun nature, that responsibility, that seriousness can come out perhaps in matters connected with their friends, with acquaintances, with their goals and their aspirations, and that business-like attitude may come out strongly in those spheres of their life. Now, if the Capricorn Sun is posited in the 12th house, well, it's possible that this Capricorn Sun energy may come out strongly. That seriousness, that conventional side, that real orthodox, pragmatic Capricorn side can come out in matters connected perhaps in solitude, seclusion, and even perhaps in the metaphysical, or perhaps in helping others less fortunate than them, such as the impoverished, the oppressed, or homeless, for example. Well, and also that energy may be dissipated to some degree, because generally in the caden houses, and I think especially the 12th one, that energy can be somewhat diminished. Well, anyway, people, that'll conclude this YouTube astrological segment for having the Sun in Capricorn and a Pisces Ascendant in the natal chart. Stay tuned next time, where I'll be dissertating and talking about having an Aquarius Sun and an Aries Ascendant in a natal chart. Two things I want to get with you on before I head out. Firstly, the stars may impel but do not compel. And secondly, never isolate any single astrological element, aspect, planetary placement, position, configuration, influence, or what have you, and make an analysis of a person, astrologically speaking, based on this alone. Because astrologically speaking, the person is the sum of all their components in their natal chart, and not just one. Until next time, people, stay well.